Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video today we're checking out the story of the most surprising gold medal by Stephen Bradbury, and it says at the Salt Lake Olympic Games in 2002 the world saw one of the most surprising gold medals in Olympic history when Australian short track speed skater Stephen Bradbury defied the odds in his unlikely gold medal winning race and became the last man standing. So let's get right into it for today and let's check out his story. I love a good story, so let's get right into it for today. Let's go.
There's Stephen Bradbury, first on the left, lining up for the final of the men's 1,000 meter speed skating event at Salt Lake City. He was competing in his first Olympic men's final at the age of 30, a career highlight for a veteran athlete who had paid his dues in a tough and dangerous sport. Bradbury had been in the speed skating game for 12 years, traveling the world representing Australia in numerous international championships, including 3 Olympic Winter Games. Along the way, he had endured a near-fatal encounter with the sharpened steel of an opponent's skates, and a high-speed collision with a wall, hard knocks, lack of funding, lack of recognition.
That's the thing about a lot of these Olympic sports. To get there, you don't see all the hard work these people put in, literally the injuries, because it's so taxing on your health, like to perform at this type of level.
With a wall, hard knocks, lack of funding, lack of recognition. It's tough being an Australian speed skater. Bradbury is from tropical Queensland, where young athletes are not exactly queuing up to take part in winter sports.
That is a good point.
Opportunities being somewhat limited. Skating? It's just a waste of good ice. When Bradbury started out in the early 1990s, Australians had yet to trouble the scorers when it came to medals at the Winter Games. They preferred to pursue other avenues of individual success.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Australian celebrities, but 0 medals is sort of crazy. But I guess, especially in winter sports, like Australia is known for being hot, so that isn't that surprising, I guess.
It wasn't as if Bradbury had nothing to show for it. Without quite reaching the pinnacle of his sport, he had already done more than any individual to advance the cause of speed skating in Australia. And when Bradbury emerged as a skater of international class, he inspired a generation of Australians, well, 4 to be precise, to take on the world.
Wow, look how cool that looks in the precision
At Lillehammer,
of these guys.
1994, Bradbury led his Aussie teammates Richard Nizielski, Andrew Murtagh, and Kieran Hansen into unknown territory. The men's 5,000 meter relay final.
Wow. This is so awesome to watch.
For the first time, Australia won the medals board at the Winter Games. And yet Bradbury did not feel entirely fulfilled. He wanted to compete with the very best. He wanted to win an individual medal. And away from the relay, Lillehammer had been a personal disappointment. As was Nagano 1998 and Salt Lake City 2002. Only the 1,000 meter event remained. Bradbury won his preliminary heat. He then finished 3rd in the quarterfinal, but got a lucky break when the 2nd place finisher was disqualified for obstruction. Among a stronger field in the semi-final, our Aussie hero hung around the back, waiting for a break.
Okay, and so he's at the back. And then look at him just go.
A miracle. 2nd place. And for the first time in his long career, Stephen Bradbury had reached an Olympic final. Already the best individual performance at the Winter Games by an...
No, that one is crazy. You just see him, he's taking it slow, which sometimes is the best way to do it. And the others kind of slide out and he just comes in and overtakes them instantly. That's awesome.
Had reached an Olympic final. Already the best individual performance at the Winter Games by an Australian skater.
Bring this on.
His chances of a medal were still between slim and none. Because these were the guys with their eyes on the top prize.
Yeah, look how many medals those guys have.
Bradbury had one strategy in mind: hang in there and hope.
Ready to go now, and we'll know in 90 seconds who gets the coveted gold medal. They're off at the start now, and just a little bit of jockeying for position. Sue from Korea on the inside, Turcotte from Canada on the outside. Remember, nobody necessarily needs to go in front. You want to see what's happening with the skaters in front of you. Ono there, looking to move on the inside and then dropping back. Got basically a four-man pack now with Bradbury in fifth.
The accuracy of this ball is so
Quite
incredible.
comfortable just ahead of Lee, and Lee's got himself in good position. Again, Sue goes on the inside for the lead. The Korean in the bright blue and yellow, easy to spot, and it's Sue now in the lead with 6 laps to go.
Now, literally one false move, and yeah, you hit the
Ono
wall.
again on the inside, trying to get some position. Looks like he wants to make a move, but he's sitting now behind Sue, ahead of Lee and Turcotte. Bradbury in fifth from Australia. Now they're starting to stretch out a little bit, field taking shape.
It's just so close between all of
Ono
them.
moving up on the outside. Sue sees him coming, but Ono, there's nothing Sue can do about it. Ono goes wide and then cuts back in front. And now Lee has passed Sue. Ono is in second, Sue in third. 2 laps to go. Bradbury way off the pace, and Lee is now the challenger for Ono. Lee coming up on the outside.
1 down.
And Lee has gone down.
2 down.
Now Ono and Sue have
3 down.
They're all
4 down.
And Bradbury, who is in the perfect spot, skates over the line.
You
That was
beauty.
so close.
Australia's first ever Winter Olympics gold medal, Stephen Bradbury, is the champion.
Bradbury was having trouble taking in what had just happened. But when the result was upheld by the judges, he stepped forward onto the podium to hear Advance Australia fair.
I couldn't imagine the feeling of that. His hard work finally paid off.
Stephen Bradbury retired from competitive speed skating in 2005. His autobiography is called Last Man Standing.
I mean, perfect title, perfect title. Okay, so that was Stephen Bradbury, and I have to say that was such an awesome and inspiring story, because he definitely had some setbacks, he had a lot of injuries. I feel like when you play a sport at this type of level, any sport you're going to have some injuries, especially if you're playing on an Olympic level, because I feel like your body has to be in perfect shape. One bad move and you kind of take a bad fall, like it's just not good. But he definitely persisted on, he kept on training, he kept on grinding, he kept on performing, and I like the luck he had as well, like the way they all tumbled out at the same time right near the end. Literally, man, it could have went a completely different way, but he played it right. He had a good tactic, a good strategy, and it paid off. That was such an inspiring story, and the fact that he got the first gold medal in speed skating for Australia, a legend right there. I can see why a lot of people wanted me to check out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.